حد المستشفى جاب العامل كل الغارة نزلت علينا. ليك يا حرام الموقف جاب العامل طلع الإجرام.
Shalom, folks. This is Hakam Yara ben-Emmett again with the Torah Watchman Show International, LLC, 501c3, non-for-profit, United States registered company. Available for your donations, tax write-offs. Yes. Anyway, what am I talking about? It's not Torah time. It's not close to Shabbat, even though after Shabbat, every time it ends in Shavuot Tov, and I put my women in my house back to work. But anyway, I start counting down, the days. So I say, it's Monday afternoon after work, so I got 4 days left, right? What I want to talk about today is something very important, I think. And there's a lot of bone of contention on social media, like Meta platform, Facebook, about the warring military conflict between Israel right now and Hezbollah throughout Lebanon. I see on Facebook a lot of anti-Semitic and a lot of almost leaning toward the terrorist point of view, like Al Jazeera, and that is a terrorist supporting network there. They want a two-state Palestinian solution in Israel, and they hate Zionists, and they do not believe Israel should have any autonomy over the entirety of Jerusalem. To get that out of the way, what is happening in Lebanon? And you remember President Trump, he's tried to broker a peace plan, 10-point, 15-point, who knows? But anyway, with the government, with the president of Lebanon, and trying to, for the first time ever, I think, or many, many years, to bring him over to the White House and have dialogue. Well, we're not there yet. Who is circumventing that process? Is it Benjamin Netanyahu? No. It's Hezbollah. Now, anyone who's paying attention to the news, you will not see what's happening in Israel. The focal point is about the so-called ceasefire in the Strait of Hormuz with Iran and all that going on. But what's happening in Israel is that most of northern Israel, and talking about the Golan Heights in that area there's a section called Trump Heights there too, I think. It's been evacuated. Why has it been evacuated? Because of Hezbollah drone and missile attacks. Primarily using advanced military hardware sold to them or given to them by the Chinese Communist government. That's what's really happening. So when you see photographs and videos of areas of Lebanon where the IAF and the Air Force and the IDF have moved in their soldiers through the territory all the way to Beirut to try to find these terrorist hotspots, well, what's happening, folks, it's the same thing that was happening in Gaza Strip with Hamas. Business institutions, hospitals, schools, even mosques have been hijacked by these Hezbollah terrorists. And of course, Hezbollah is a international recognized terrorist organization. There's no illusions about that, okay? But they are doing the same tactics that Hamas was doing. And they're trained by Iran. They're literally trained by Iranian Republican Guard, the Revolutionary Guard members there, okay? The RRGC. So when a terrorist or commandos go inside of a school, under the Geneva Convention of Warfighting and Fair Play, it goes all the way back to, I say, World War I or so, the Army Field Manual, says very clearly, that school is now a military target. That church is a military target. That mosque is a military target. That hospital is a military target. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But the terrorists are putting the Lebanese people in front of the gunfire. And they're doing this on purpose. They're doing this on purpose so that they can blame and redirect in war fighting, whatever the military objectives are, against the IDF. I heard recently the IDF has been blamed for raping Palestinians or someone, prisoners or whatever. I hear all these outlandish things on Facebook. Listen, it is what it is. Christians are split 50-50 on this as far as their support for Israel. Many are either subconsciously or overtly anti-Semitic toward the Jews. They just don't like them, or they're at least dispassionate toward the Jews. And many of them are blaming Israel for this conflict currently in Iran. This is not Israel's idea to get involved in this conflict with Iran. Trump said very in the beginning, when he took office, he told Iran that they must stop their nuclear weapons program, or else. He told them that, okay? Now, if you remember, shortly after October 7, 2023, who shot more than 5,000 missiles toward Israeli civilians? It was Iran. They joined the counterattack against Israel when Israel attacked Hamas after that horrible massacre of modern Holocaust in that Negev Desert music festival. So when you see a video or something on social media, made a platform, Facebook, whatever, and you see this pro-Palestinian narrative that Israel is bombing and killing babies, Israel is bombing hospitals and schools, know what's really happening. Israel would not be bombing anything in Lebanon today if they did not first be attacked by these Hezbollah terrorists. It's the same thing. Why was Israel helping Trump, the only ally that helped Trump, to attack Iran's military assets? It's because Iran has sworn the destruction of every Jew. This is about self-defense, folks. If you don't defend yourself as a Jew in a small little country of Eretz Israel, we don't exist anymore. There's about 15.
Reduce your speed.
It's about 15 million Jews worldwide throughout the diaspora. It's not many. It's not many of us. And my car is telling me to reduce my speed. I am not speeding. I'm sorry. I got a seatbelt. I just want to point this out. Some things we have control of, some things we don't. You definitely have control of your mouth. You definitely have control of the propaganda, that you read something without vetting it out correctly and then spreading those lies and propaganda. Stay away from Al Jazeera. Stay away from it. If you're a Muslim, there are Muslims that are okay with Jews. I live in a community in Maryland with Orthodox Jews and Muslims. And Muslims work at my local kosher grocery store. And they have smiles on their face, they treat me with respect, and I say salam to them all the time. I appreciate them doing business and serving that grocery store. I don't have anything against so-called Palestinians, even though I don't believe they're legitimate people. I had a Palestinian tow truck, the guy that came to my house and helped me to crank my SUV when the battery was out. I have no problem with these people. It's their action and behavior. It goes back to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Do not judge a man by his color of his face, but by the conduct of his character. That's what it's about. So before you go out and assault a Jewish person or have just visceral hatred toward Benjamin Netanyahu, understand what's really happening. Understand what's really happening on the field. Okay? It's so easy when you see IF fighter craft, F-35Is flying over in these video feeds, bombing an apartment complex or a tower, a skyscraper, or some business or hospital, and you say, what is going on? This is genocide. No. This is called survival, folks. Israel did not start these wars, but they will definitely end them, and they will be victorious every time. Ever since 1948, and all the Arab nations and coalition try to get around Israel and destroy that country, Israel has won every single battle. 1967, the Yom Kippur War, etc., etc. We have won every single battle against our Arab enemies. Not every Arab is our enemy. But what I'm saying is, let's be on the side of truth and the facts, and let's speak clearly and intellectually and logically, not irrationally. Okay? It is very important, because anti-Semitism is like up 200 or more % in this country, in America today, because of some of these issues I'm just describing right now. Mainly on the left, mainly with Democrats. It's just amazing when I see what's coming out of the Democratic Party. I mean, Schumer is a Jew, right? And he is the most rabid anti-Semite I've ever heard. And Bernie Sanders. It's disgusting and embarrassing of my tribe to hear these people talking. You see what's happening in New York City with Mondani. He boycotted the Jews having sovereignty for Israel, and they're celebrating Israel's existence. But you see what's happening here. We are not bringing this on ourselves, other than you say we don't have the right to exist in America. And some people say we don't have the right to exist in Israel, when we're just coming back home. That's all we're doing. Since 1948 at least. We've been trying to come back home since the Roman Empire went away. We have been trying to come back home. We've been in the land for 3,500 years at least, and we have archaeological digs and other evidence to support that disclaimer there. Jews are from Judea, Arabs are from Arabia, and like Golda Meir said, you know, when the Arabs teach their children not to want to kill Jewish children, and when we have command and control of our parenting and our individual homes, then we can have true shalom and peace, and tikkun olam along our fellow neighbors and brothers and sisters in our communities. May we all say Amen. Hakam Yahweh ben-Emmett signing out till next time. Shalom Aleichem and peace.